Bright like a diamond because they have been stellar playing alongside one another. Breona Hurd, the freshman phenom, as we get things going in Charlottesville. And right away, the Cavaliers are on the board.
And Angel, part of that is some injury issues for Virginia. Nothing too serious, but Paris Clark is out today from what we understand. Odessa Noyan also out. But how about Lauterbach?
Coach Mock said, you know what, we had to understand what we needed more of. Energy, she told you, was a big key of it.
She did, and I thought that was a great job by Virginia to test themselves at Oklahoma. Yeah, this is a team that won 7 games in the ACC last year, Angel, but they had 4 ranked wins. So they started figuring out in February, and then look at that rebound from Breona Hurd.
Looking to change that narrative as they have a few numbers heading up the court. Olivia McGhee hounding. And it's so interesting, you just hear about the relationships that Coach Mox has been able to establish, the talent that she's been able to get in as another one off the glass for Lattimore.
And she wants LaTosha Lattimore to be more aggressive. She has that ability to go score. She got that O-board and then
through the roof for Olivia McGhee.
It has. And Bethune-Cookman playing a good bit of zone early in this game because they have such a size disadvantage.
Turnover for Bethune at the top of the key. Off the bounce, and that one rolls in, so another field goal goes down for the Wildcats.
Hold her own one-on-one, get the block and get the rebound.
Johnson asked for the screen at the top of the key. The hezzy at the rim, got it to go with time to spare. By 10.
Kymora Johnson, how do you do?
Olivia McGhee already knocked down a triple earlier. She steps in a couple bounces and knocks down the midi.
Coach Mox loves her potential, wants to see some more rebounding out of her, but she has such a smooth stroke.
Olivia McGhee coming off of a game where she scored 12 points, shot 50% from the field, and hello! Added to the highlight tape.
Downhill and gets to the rim. She's a great finisher. How about the behind the back?
Responsibility given her away from Coach Mox this season. Johnson, of course.
Angel from Kymora Johnson, it's probably cutting down on turnovers. She has 3 today. She just tried to thread the needle in the open floor. You got to take some risks, right? Keep the defense honest.
I mean, it's the bottom of the net. Again, Olivia McGhee.
From beyond the arc this afternoon, 3 for 4 from the field. Caught it in rhythm.
Mentioned the back-to-back games that she's had double-doubles. She's been simply remarkable. But then you say that, and you look at Kymora Johnson with another finish at the rim. Player that can just do it from everywhere on the floor. Last year, the second team All-ACC and All-ACC freshman team. And to talk about efficiency, 11-0 run for the Hoos. Outside attempt, good for the first 3 for the Wildcats.
All I ask, Angel, is just thoughts and prayers from everyone involved as, you know, I attempt to make things look good, but Kymora Johnson, she makes it look good every time she gets out in transition. Her competitiveness is different. She used the word different a lot to describe Kymora Johnson. I think we're seeing that.
And those 2 squads are absolutely remarkable. And I do believe with Virginia Tech and Virginia, they play for Smithfield-Bacon. The waning seconds of this first half. Virginia shooting 47% from the field, and some new life on the offensive end for the Wildcats as they get another bucket to go.
They've got to take better care of the ball. If they want to achieve all their goals, make that first NCAA tournament since 2018, they've got to avoid silly turnovers like the one they just had to start the second half.
But when you come up against the length of the Cavaliers, it's going to be a little bit different as you approach them, and Breona Hurd just continues on a tear. And a lot of times you mentioned just how the game is faster on the next level, but to see her being able to defend at a high level in her freshman year, how much fun it is to watch her just be textbook in so many different ways.
And a lot of that too is your body. Is your body ready for college basketball, and you can tell with Breona Hurd. And that's still a freshman moment, right, Angel? You get that rebound, what a play. Only took about 2 dribbles to get to the rim, and then you miss the layup. So she is human. She still has things she needs to work on.
How they have to be good on both sides of the ball. We're seeing a lot of those glimpses today. Woo. Beautiful pass on the inside to Hurd. Kayla White has also been quiet in this game, averaging just under 8 points per game.
The ball has been taken out of Kymora Johnson's hands, which is good. You have Yonta Vaughn who can play the point and Paris Clark, but when Breona Hurd can just take the ball and go, it takes some pressure.
So much so that we were able to highlight her play at halftime. It was one of the 2 players that were sitting at double digits at the half as we're approaching the 2-minute mark here in the third. Another tray ball attempt, and that's good. Casey Valenti-Paya knocks down the triple.
Double-double as a college basketball player, and that would be big. They need her rebounding. With that size, she's got to be able to do it.
Nice hedge from the Wildcats is sent to the corner, but there's not much you can do. Yeah, the senior out of Cleveland, Ohio, got another look under the rim and are able to put points on the board to close out the third quarter. A lot went well for Virginia, though, who's still in control.
By Dunbar, known as a shooter, known as a servant leader on this team. Coach Mox is excited to see her grow.
I love the story that Coach Mox shared with you about being a servant leader on this team.
Exemplifying that servant leadership, and that's what Dunbar has done so far on this team. And she also wants to win every sprint. She's telling Coach Mox, big bucket, by the way, but she wants to win every sprint. And obviously, Kymora Johnson is going to win every sprint, but Dunbar is right there with her and is being pushed by Kymora Johnson every day in practice. In a uniform right now, and Paris Clark was a player that we thought coming into the year would be their second leading scorer and kind of be the go-to with Kymora Johnson. So Clark and Noyan back so they can be fully healthy.
I think for Noyan, the thing that has impressed me most is her ability to really stretch the floor. We've seen within Lattimore has 12 rebounds. Her career high is 13. That one taken from the fold as another look on the other end for the Wildcats.
I mean, you think twice when you see 6'7" in there. So that's the kind of role Lauterbach can play for this team.
Lattimore gets it back, steps back. Lauterbach makes her chance, and why not? Back-to-back triples from the front court.
And the beauty of a game like this for Virginia, Kymora Johnson really hasn't had to play much in the second half. So you're getting good experience for some of your young players, a player like Peyton Dunbar, obviously Olivia McGhee, moments like that where you can really just get some good time and some good run in-game situations for these young players.
Kayla White with the bucket for the Wildcats on the other side. Lattimore lines it up again and a bit strong on that attempt. The turnaround, and that rolls in. I mean, just give the ball to Taylor.
Lauterbach can shoot it. I mean, we've talked about her stroke. And
begins at 7 Eastern. Make sure you are watching on all your devices, but we appreciate you watching this matchup today in Charlottesville, Virginia. It has to be a play on her last name, like,
yeah, it does.
What you heard or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Another look on the inside to Taylor Lauterbach. 1 rebound away from a double-double, which would give them 2 players finishing today with that category checked. Got to mention, too, Virginia, you said it, Kelly. This is a team, if they can rattle off wins, as a triple goes down for the Wildcats, getting the double-double as we're under a minute to play here in the fourth.
Ooh. That was tough from Yonta Vaughn.
Can get a nice look as the waning seconds and just off the mark, and that will do it for the game as Riley Graves comes down with the last rebound and secures the dub for Virginia, 82-48.